India, a land of vast diversity and vibrant cultural heritage, boasts a history that significantly impacts our modern world. Welcome to Places of Historical Importance. In this series, we explore pivotal moments and places that have forged our nation's path to freedom and cultural revival. In today's episode, we are starting with the historical Lahore session of Indian National Congress, then Karachi, where the Gandhi-Irwin Pact was ratified, then the Pune Pact, which held between Mahatma Gandhi ji and Bhimrao Ambedkar, and last the Gowalia Tank Maidan, where the Quit India movement began. Lahore session of INC. The year was 1929, and the atmosphere in British-ruled India was charged with the fervour of freedom. The Indian National Congress, the principal political party leading the struggle for independence, convened its annual session in Lahore, a city now in Pakistan, but then a vibrant centre of political activity in undivided India. Leaders like Jawaharlal Nehru, Mahatma Gandhi and Subhash Chandra Bose gathered to chart the future course of the independence movement. The session was held from 29 December to 31 December 1929, and it proved to be a turning point in India's quest for freedom. On 31 December 1929, Jawaharlal Nehru, then the Congress president, hoisted the tricolour flag of India on the banks of the Ravi River. This act was symbolic, marking the first time the Congress openly declared the goal of complete independence or Purna Swaraj from British rule. This declaration was not just a statement of intent, it was a call to action. The Lahore session paved the way for the civil disobedience movement. Gandhi-Irwin Pact, Karachi. Karachi, now a major city in Pakistan, was once part of British India. In 1931, it became the backdrop for a significant turning point in India's struggle for independence. The story begins with two key figures, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, the leader of the Indian independence movement, and Lord Irwin, the Viceroy of India. The civil disobedience movement, which began with the iconic Salt March in 1930, had shaken the foundations of British rule in India. In an attempt to quell the unrest, Lord Irwin invited Gandhi for talks. The result was the Gandhi-Irwin Pact. The Gandhi-Irwin Pact was signed on 5th March 1931, ratified during the Karachi session of the Indian National Congress held from 26 to 31 March 1931. It marked a truce between the British government and the Indian National Congress, temporarily halting the civil disobedience movement led by Gandhi. The British agreed to release political prisoners, allow peaceful picketing, and return confiscated properties to the Satyagrahis. In return, Gandhiji agreed to suspend the civil disobedience movement and participate in the second round table conference in London. Pune Pact. In the heart of Pune, a city known for its rich history and cultural heritage, a crucial agreement was reached between two towering figures of Indian history, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi. Pune Pact was signed on 24 September 1932, which was a result of negotiations between Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, an advocate for the rights of the Dalits, and Mahatma Gandhi. These negotiations occurred amid the British Communal Award of August 1932, proposing separate electorates for Dalits. Dr. Ambedkar supported the idea of separate electorates as a means to ensure political representation for the Dalits. However, Gandhi opposed this, believing it would further divide Indian society and weaken the fight against British rule. In protest, Gandhiji began a fast unto death, putting immense pressure on all parties to find a solution. Amidst growing tension and public outcry, intense negotiations took place in Yerwada Central Jail, where Gandhiji was imprisoned. After days of discussion, with the Pune Pact, the idea of separate electorates was abandoned in favour of reserved seats for the Dalits within the general electorate. The number of reserved seats increased from 71 to 148 in provincial legislatures. The pact set a precedent for future efforts to address the rights and representation of marginalized communities in India. Gowalia Tank Maidan. Gowalia Tank Maidan, now known as August Kranti Maidan, is a public ground in the heart of Mumbai. This unassuming park was the stage for one of the most significant events in India's fight for freedom, the launch of the Quit India movement. The word Gowalia is derived from two words, Go means cow, and Walia means honor of the cow. It was so named because cattle owners used to bathe their cows in the tank situated in the area. On 8 August 1942, Mahatma Gandhi launched the Quit India movement, or the Bharat Chodo Andolan, from Bombay, present-day Mumbai. Gandhi's famous slogan, "Do or Die," was first used in his speech at the Gowalia Tank Maidan. The following day, Jawaharlal Nehru was to address the crowd gathered at the Maidan and hoist the flag. However, in the early hours of the morning, Gandhi and other Congress leaders were arrested and Section 144 of the Indian Penal Code was imposed. Despite the unfavorable circumstances, Aruna Asif Ali managed to reach Gowalia Maidan. She delivered a brief speech and hoisted the flag. About 8 people died and many were injured in this historic incident. This marked the onset of the massive civil disobedience movement. That's all for today.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.